来这才是座山客老师引我来此的真正意图。
10大蜂王5大巨头可都在找他。
我要和你聊聊，何必一来就厮杀呢？
In episode 201 of Swallowed Star, Luo Feng's capture inside the ice prison star throws the entire prison into absolute chaos. The moment word spreads, every corner of this frozen hell erupts. The 10 kings, the 5 giants, every crazed immortal trapped for endless eras, all of them begin hunting for him. So let's break down everything that leads to this madness. After successfully sneaking into Ice Prison Star and securing a mysterious black metal plate from the 9 Tribulations secret manual, Luo Feng tries to escape, but his luck runs dry. 2 universe venerables from Ice Prison Star intercept him, capturing his human body and dragging him into imprisonment. His wings, star map, tower bead, sure, they're valuable treasures, but not irreplaceable. What matters is that Luo Feng still has options. If things ever spiral into genuine life or death danger, he can summon the Chaos City Lord to save him. But that's a last resort, the one card he absolutely does not want to use. Luo Feng wants to overcome this crisis with his own strength. Meanwhile, inside the icy palace of Venerable Purple Doku, she and another Venerable walk leisurely through the frozen halls. The other Venerable casually admits that, at first, he planned to kill Luo Feng right on the spot, but Purple Doku immediately stopped him. Why? Because they're forbidden from offending the mountain-sitting guest. This being is one of the most terrifying, unpredictable existences in the entire universe. Even the strongest powers avoid provoking him. Powerful as these venerables are, none of them dare disobey his orders. And it turns out everything happening now was planned long ago by the mountain-sitting guest. He personally placed that black metal plate inside the ice prison starbelt, and left strict instructions. Anyone made of flesh who tries to steal it must not be killed, they must be captured alive and thrown into the ice prison. Only energy life forms can be destroyed. So when Luo Feng's Masha clone, which is energy life, touched the metal plate, the venerables instantly eliminated it. But that act revealed the real mastermind, Luo Feng, which triggered the mountain-sitting guest's long-set condition. The 2 venerables speculate that this entire setup is meant to temper and cultivate the disciple that the mountain-sitting guest values most. They mistakenly assume that the Masha clone they killed was that very disciple, and they can't believe how brutal this training method is. After all, Ice Prison holds countless monstrous beings from every race, accumulated over endless years, a frozen world driven insane by slaughter and despair. But since this was the will of the mountain-sitting guest, they simply obey. Whether Luo Feng survives or dies, not their concern. Curious, the Blue Doku Venerable asks how Purple Doku discovered Luo Feng in the first place. Purple Doku reveals that she secretly left a tracking mark on the black metal plate itself. When she sensed the plate staying still for far too long, while Luo Feng was constantly on the move, she teleported over, watched Luo Feng take the metal plate, and locked onto him immediately. Blue Doku can't help sighing. If not for that mark, Luo Feng would have gotten away. Soon after, Luo Feng is escorted to the entrance of the ice prison by 3 powerful guards. Towering ice pillars loom above him, radiating terrifying suppressive force. Every being imprisoned here is at least immortal king level. After endless cycles of murder and isolation, this place has become a nightmare of insanity. The guards even warn Luo Feng, if he feels fear, he should kill himself early. But Luo Feng stays calm. His original body's core has already been safely taken away by his golden-horned beast clone. Worst case, he can always escape via Divine Kingdom teleportation. To him, Ice Prison isn't certain doom, it's a chance to temper himself. He'll only call Chaos City Lord if he truly has no other choice. After receiving his identity token, Luo Feng is shoved into the prison. The moment he enters, an overwhelming pressure crashes down on him, like a mountain collapsing onto his body. He spreads his wings just to stay upright. All around is a vast, boundless world of frozen wasteland, ice, snow, and a chilling air filled with invisible, razor-sharp spatial forces. Escape is impossible. No Divine Kingdom teleportation, no instantaneous movement. But one relief remains, the virtual universe network still works. He can still communicate with the outside world. Stepping across the snow, Luo Feng begins exploring, moving thousands of kilometers with each step. And he knows for sure, Purple Doku didn't send him here just to imprison him. There must be a deeper purpose. Before long, his presence draws attention. A massive creature covered in black scales, with a saw-like tail and monstrous aura, lunges toward him, a soul-devouring beast, one of the universe's rarest races. Without hesitation, it teleports behind Luo Feng and bites down on his wing, but fails to even scratch it. Luo Feng counters instantly, smashing its body apart with 6 black stars. But the shattered form never reforms, it simply vanishes. This wasn't the real body. The true form, watching from the shadows, realizes Luo Feng may be far stronger than expected, and decides to let the other prisoners wear him down instead. Luo Feng continues forward until he spots a towering figure standing atop a distant iceberg, a warrior of the K2 clan. The moment the K2 warrior sees him, he explodes into motion, turning into a streak of light and charging straight at Luo Feng with manic killing intent. The battle erupts instantly. The K2 warrior seals space itself and begins burning his immortal divine body, shocking Luo Feng with such extreme tactics. Luo Feng dodges effortlessly using the speed granted by his wings, trying to reason with him. Why fight so recklessly? But the K2 warrior only screams for a head-on battle, eager to die fighting. Luo Feng refuses to indulge him and continues evading. Suddenly, the K2 warrior stops, hanging in the air, and bursts into hysterical laughter. Even more shocking, he continues burning his divine body, with no intention of stopping. In that mad laughter, he reveals the truth of his despair. He sees no hope of ever escaping this place. His clan, his family, all long abandoned, trapped for endless years, surviving through nothing but killing and madness. In the end, the loneliness crushed him completely. So he chooses to self-destruct. And unlike Luo Feng, the K2 race has no virtual universe, no way to communicate with the outside, no backup. For him, Ice Prison is the end. Only madness or annihilation awaits. Watching the K2 warrior self-destruct shakes Luo Feng deeply. This place, this Ice Prison, it isn't just a battlefield. It's a graveyard of hope. And seeing that despair firsthand only makes him more determined to uncover the truth hidden here. What exactly did the mountain-sitting guest want him to experience? Flying across endless frozen plains and towering ice mountains, Luo Feng finally comes upon a massive transparent ice monument, a colossal structure silently watching over the doomed. Etched into its crystal-clear surface is the most brutal law of survival within the Ice Prison. 12,000 immortal powerhouses are imprisoned here, each holding a number plate. To survive, a prisoner must collect 10,000 of them. Only then will the survivor be released. And when that happens, everyone else in the prison is executed in what is infamously called the Great Massacre. One rule, one survivor. 12,000 enter, one leaves. The monument even records that, long ago, a single human once achieved this impossible feat. That means the path exists, but the cost is unimaginably cruel. At this moment, Luo Feng finally understands. Perhaps Master Zuoshang sent him here precisely so he could witness the universe's rawest, most merciless law of survival, a trial by blood. Before he can think deeper, another attack suddenly arrives. This time it's from a long-hidden transparent lifeform, a cautious being that finally loses its restraint the moment it senses that Luo Feng is human. In Ice Prison, humans represent hope, not because of their power, but because they might be carrying the one treasure everyone longs for. A device capable of connecting to the virtual universe, the legendary anonymous account sensor. For beings condemned to eternal loneliness, a chance to glimpse the outside world is priceless. The transparent lifeform rushes in, but Luo Feng instantly counters. With a sweep of his wings and the sharp precision of the star chart, he slices off one of its arms, leaving it critically wounded. Cornered, the creature declares it's not afraid of death and will self-destruct if necessary. Luo Feng offers mercy, as long as it answers his questions honestly. What he learns is heartbreaking. Under countless years of hopeless confinement, even battle is no longer about victory. Sometimes, defeat itself is liberation. The lifeform reveals that with only peak king-level strength, it's at the absolute bottom of the prison hierarchy. It will never gather 10,000 tokens, never leave this place. And so it gambled everything to steal what might be a link to the virtual universe, just to feel the outside world again, even for a moment. This truth touches Luo Feng deeply. He sympathizes with its yearning, but firmly denies having any connection device. If word spread, every creature in Ice Prison would hunt him relentlessly. The cost of revealing such a secret would be suicidal. Through further questioning, Luo Feng gains crucial intel. Out of the original 12,000 prisoners, only around 860 remain, divided sharply by strength. Most are high-level or peak king level. 50 have reached the king limit, 10 are close to invincible king, and 5 5 have become true invincible king-level giants. Luo Feng records everything and spares the creature's life. But barely moments later, the snow begins to hiss and melt. A monstrous aura approaches. A powerful figure, following Luo Feng's footprints, arrives on the icy shoreline. His entire body is fiery red, lined with jagged bone spurs, and a scarlet mask covers his face. Wherever he walks, the snow vaporizes into boiling water. Laughing wildly at the sight of new footprints, he charges straight toward Luo Feng. Luo Feng rises into the air. The moment he sees him, he recognizes this terrifying presence, the White Bone King, ranked 11th among the 10 great kings. A fierce battle erupts instantly. The White Bone King's killing intent floods the sky. Delighted that Luo Feng doesn't flee, he seals the surrounding space to prevent teleportation and launches himself forward like a streak of blazing light. Luo Feng relies on the incredible agility of his Wu-slaying wings, dodging with ghost-like speed while throwing out 8 black spheres. The star chart activates, gathering into a roaring beast god phantom that charges straight at the White Bone King. Their clash is explosive. The shockwave tears through ice and snow, blasting both fighters backward. Acknowledging Luo Feng's strength, the White Bone King unleashes his true form. Bone spurs retract, his body glows platinum white, and twisted bone armor spreads across his divine body. His power skyrockets. Luo Feng pushes his beast god to its limit, infusing it with overwhelming willpower. The phantom becomes more solid, more violent, and dives down once again. The White Bone King meets it head-on. His double claw armor, his one and only treasure, roars as he unleashes claw shadows honed from countless years of desperate research. He tears apart the beast god's tail and blasts the 8 black spheres away. Luo Feng is stunned by the Bone King's ferocity. Realizing the danger, he immediately spreads his wings and vanishes at impossible speed, leaving behind only a sentence drifting in the air. "Let's fight again." The White Bone King howls in frustration but also grins with excitement. He instantly analyzes Luo Feng's abilities, strong offensive power, but more importantly, unmatched movement speed, arguably the fastest in the entire ice prison. Luo Feng isn't inferior to the top 10 kings at all. His presence is exactly the kind of thrilling variable the Bone King has been craving for centuries. Luo Feng realizes something important as well. He originally believed that the prisoners here, lacking treasures and resources, might be weaker than their peers outside. But he was wrong. The White Bone King, with just a single claw treasure, had spent endless years cultivating, refining, and perfecting his combat techniques under insane pressure, turning himself into a near-perfect killing machine. Back in the virtual universe, Luo Feng begins creating new secret techniques tailored specifically for the star chart, experimenting repeatedly to refine his psychic control methods to a new level. Meanwhile, rumors of the new human powerhouse quickly spread throughout Ice Prison. The compiler of the prison rankings, one of the 5 giants known as Sky Wolf, updates the list, placing Luo Feng at rank 18. And since he is the only human in Ice Prison, the other prisoners begin to deduce something dangerous. Luo Feng must be connected to the virtual universe, and therefore he must be carrying an anonymous sensor. That possibility shakes the entire prison. Top experts begin searching for him in secret, scanning madly with divine power. But Luo Feng carries a top-level miniature detector, completely masking his presence. Even so, the disturbance reaches the ears of one of the strongest beings here, Silver Eyes, the second-ranked existence among the 5 giants. His desire for a connection to the virtual universe is so great that he leaves his palace in the northern ice prison and personally begins searching for Luo Feng. Yet to everyone's astonishment, even Silver Eyes cannot locate him. The entire ice prison falls into a restless frenzy, all because of Luo Feng.